Well, hello folks, Sam Owens here, and I've got a product for the bathroom sink. This is the Mondawe widespread bathroom faucet in brushed gold, and it is for a 3-hole sink, and we're going to go through describing the features and what you get, and also we're going to do a demonstration. Now, I don't have a sink, but I've got a setup that's going to allow you to see all of the installation procedure in a clear way. Comes in that blue box, and there's foam and everything, and even the faucet, the main part, the Waterfall faucet, that's what is the particular thing about this. And it has square knobs to control the water flow. Okay, it starts over here with the installation instructions, and there's 2 sides to it, and also you get a sink drain with it, which matches the finish, the brushed gold, and we will be using this in our procedure. Then you're going to get 2 supply lines. This is going to connect to your water inlet valves to supply water to the faucet. And you're going to get your hot water and your cold water control knobs right there. It's got H and C on there. You get your waterfall spout right there. And in the bottom is going to be this little connector, which is going to screw into there, and there's little gaskets on here, and they give you a couple of extra in case you need them. And then you're going to get this Y connection, and what this does is connects both of these to the faucet, the main faucet. So we'll see how all of this goes, and also this is going to go on the bottom of this right here, and we will see how this goes, and this goes into this part. It'll become clear when I start installing it, and you'll see how all of this interacts. All right, we're ready for the installation. I do not have a sink that this faucet set will work with, so I've made a setup here that will allow you full visibility to see how this all connects, so you'll be able to connect yours and set it up properly. One of the things is the sink actually would be in the way, and it would be hard to show you any other way. All right, let's start with the instructions, and right here is the first sheet. Installation instructions, and they're showing you all of the items that you get and identify them in this chart. And right here, instructions for use, they're telling you how these valves, this is the hot and that's the cold. To turn this one on, you do counterclockwise. The cold with C, you turn it right to turn the water on. And you use them to mix the hot and cold. We go over to the other side. Now, if you've got a new sink and you're going to drill the holes, here is all of the information that you'll need to drill the proper size hole with the proper distance in between all of this. I've already done mine, and I'm all set to go. And then right here, they're showing you that you need to connect. First thing you need to do is connect these hoses to the bottom side of your valve, and also the center right here. The hot water is red, and this is blue for cold, so make sure you get them correct. All right, now this is where we will do this. This goes right up in here, and it's best to get a little moisture on there. I got some moisture on my fingers, water, and it'll make it easier. Now, this is the hot, and it's also red. you stick this in and push in so that you overcome the resistance of the gasket. And then once you get it to a certain point, you can just twist this on in as far as you, okay, there. It goes all the way to the end and it's tight. Okay, and this one, you do the same thing. Push so that it goes in, and then as you're pushing, twist. And it should go in. Give her a good firm twist to get the thread started. Okay. There we go, that's on. Okay, and now we got those two on. It's showing assembling these right here. So we'll do this one first, and we're going to use this hole. You take this off, it's going to come off. Okay. Okay. And now this is going to go through here, and I'm going to put it just like that. All right, now we want to put these on, and the way that goes is the rubber, it's going to go just like this. The rubber is going to be up against the bottom of the sink. So you push this over there all the way up, and you see, and these right here, we're going to use those to tighten up later. When we hand tighten this, then we'll use this to really tighten it up where it's secure. Now, squeeze this and be careful not to damage the gaskets. So, I'm going to push that, and then you'll put this on just like this. Start screwing it on. You want this on this side. So you'll line these up later before you tighten it down. Now we're going to go over to the other side and do this one. So okay. And then you just put this on, and now we want this one on this side, just like that. So I put this on. Squeezing this down, I'm going to get the first two while I hold it. Okay, there. And then I squeeze it down and get this up carefully. There. Okay, just hand tight so that we can move this around if we need to later to kind of line these up. Okay, now there we go. And now it's showing that once that's done, we're going to move over. Actually, we'll move up here, and we're going to put this right here into the base. It'll be this end right here. And let me get some water on there. Okay, now this is going to go right in there. And what you do is grab it and push in firmly as you twist. And that'll do it. Now, down in there, you'll see if you have one of these, and I can't read the size of this because it's kind of old, this will go in an Allen tool and you can tighten it. Now, it'll only go so far, and then that's it, because those little gaskets are sealing everything. So there it is. Now, they're showing the next step is to take all of these off and run it through the center hole. See, we're following the instructions, and you don't want to get in a hurry. You want to plan it all out, and take this, put it right on there. We will tighten these up in just a moment when we get them all on and can look at them and be sure we have them straight. And this is a hex nut. You may need a basement wrench to turn that, or a crescent wrench, adjustable wrench. The others, you're going to use a screwdriver to make the final adjustment. Now, what you can do is move this around till it's all nice and straight, and then you can tighten things down, tighten these up. What I'm doing is, under there is the screw, and I just tighten one up and the other, and then slowly make sure it doesn't turn. Get a good one tight. And see, it's tight. Now I'll go and do this one. There's good. And the other screw. And then you can kind of see it doesn't move then. And now this one goes on that way. Now I can do this out this way, but if it's under the actual sink, it's going to be in the way. They make a basin wrench just for tightening these nuts, which is a sideway gripper. So that will be something you'll be wanting to look at getting so that you can tighten this up. But I'm going to make it easy on us by doing it with my crescent wrench so you can see what's happening. We're going to go to the next step, and we're following this along. We go down to right here. We went across, and this is the little valve here, which is going to go, and there's a gasket in there, and it will seal right here, so you don't need anything on it. And here's again, the basin wrench would help that. The little Y connection, and what the Y connection is going to connect this, this, and this, all three of them together. And you see the way it works is right here is the center, and it's going to be these quick connects. And the way they work is you push in on this and slide it up and let go, and it'll lock in place. All right, now this goes in the center, and I'm going to face this out so that we can see it. And what I do is hold on to this, put it in there, push up and let go, and it should stay on there. See how that works? Now this way, and that's why you want it in the front so that you can reach in. You're not going to see it because it's going to be underneath, but at least for here it shows. All right, now I push in all the way and let go. And see, that one went all the way up. That's as far as that one went. And this one, we're going to do the same thing. Hold on to it and push in firmly and push all the way up. And now pull them, and they shouldn't come loose. Ours looks just like it. And now they're showing the supply lines. You should have a hot and cold faucet underneath. And there should be, the hot should be on the left and the cold should be on the right. This is garden hose set up, and I'm going to connect this here. And these would be separated a little bit on the floor. I mean on the wall underneath the sink someplace. Okay, get her started. Okay, now we're going to tighten both of these up with an 11 millimeter. Okay, and there's a gasket in there, so you don't want to tighten these up too far. Okay, and plus I'll check it later and make sure that it's not leaking. And this is going to be where our water is going to spill into here. This is going to be our sink down here. Okay, everything is hooked up. I just got to turn the water on, and we're going to check for leaks and make sure everything all the way down to the faucet and everything. Right here is for the sink. Now this, we're pretending this is our sink. I would change out the drain for this nice matching drain, and it's pretty easy. There's a set of instructions right here that walk you through taking it apart and applying it. So that would be something you'd want to do at this point before you go any further. But we can check for leakage right now to be sure all of our fittings are tight. And we'll check the operation since we're going into the bucket. The water is onto the hose, and it's coming up through these two pipes and going to our valves here. And since they're off already, no water's flowing, and I don't see any leaks whatsoever anywhere, and there's pressure on. We're going to take the hot, since I'm already over here, counterclockwise a little bit and see what we get. I'm going to go full. There's air in there, in the hose and everything, so let me get the air out. There it is, full on hot. And now I'm going to get the cold, let the water, the air come out. And it's a nice flowing water there. All of the air is out of the system, so I should be able to turn both of these on. This is counter, this is clockwise. There we go. And I'll just go full. Both of them are on full, and that's a nice, feels good. And it converges right here, but you get a nice waterfall, a ribbon. Now let's just turn these down and see what just a little bit does. No matter what the pressure, it goes all the way across, which is kind of neat. All right, so there, it's off, on. You saw how this is installed, and it's easy enough, but it'll be a little harder with an actual sink in here because you're going to be working up behind the sink, so it won't be exactly like that. So kind of figure if the sink is right here, you're going to work in a little space back here up underneath there. All right, I want to thank you very much for watching my video.